Right there, guys, how you doing today? Fragrant Cane coming from you here from the beautiful province of Nova Scotia. Now today I want to talk about the LP system we have in Canada here, and I'm going to talk about doctors. I'm going to talk about accessibility. I'm going to talk about what you actually get from your doctor. Is it a prescription? The way medical cannabis is currently set up is that a few years ago the government was challenged. There was one producer of cannabis for all medical patients in Canada, and the stuff they were growing was crap. It wasn't reasonable, so people started going to dispensaries. The big dispensary movement in Vancouver started around 2008, I believe, and so people were getting their cannabis elsewhere. They had a note from their doctor, which is not technically a prescription, but just basically a note to say that this individual could benefit from cannabis use. And so they said, fuck Health Canada and their shit fucking weed. And we're going to dispensaries to buy, edibles, different types of, whatever the case was, the dry herb, whatever. And but then the government said, oh, no, we don't want you doing that. We don't want you doing that. And we're going to come up with a system. There's going to be a solution, so you'll have reasonable access. So we'll come up with this licensed producer system, this LP system, which currently I believe there's around 27 across Canada, that sells mostly dry herb. Some of them sell a little bit of watered down oil, but it's basically just herb. And that was supposed to be the solution for reasonable access. Problem is, most of these places have 10 gram minimums and shipping costs for smaller amounts, and the fact you can't sample the product and you can't actually explore different varieties for different conditions. Now, I currently suffer from a few different conditions. I have inflammation, I have chronic pain, I have psychological trauma from early childhood development. So there's different varieties of this plant that I can use and to treat different issues that I have. And to say, well, you can use this particular plant and try that. There's not a one plant solution for anything. And if money's no objective, then you just buy a shitload and try it, fine, cook it or whatever. But not everyone is in a financial situation to do that. And that's where this reasonable access, and that's why these dispensaries are still opening, because they fucking argue reasonable access. So is it reasonable access if I can benefit from 3 different varieties of plant minimum that I have to buy like 30 grams and to do that? And it's fucking bullshit. So there is dispensaries around, but of course getting accessibility is another bunch of bullshit. All the hoops you have to go through, the fact that a nurse practitioner or a naturopath cannot prescribe these. It needs to be from a doctor. Most doctors and the physicians do not support this type of treatment. So it's a big farce, basically. So this prohibition against marijuana is still very alive today. Yeah, so today I go in, my prescription's renewed. My previous doctor there, he retired, and I mean, there's maybe one other clinic in a province. We got about 1 million people here. There's very few places you can go. And of course, all these doctors at these clinics seem to be tied up with the LPs, because I was definitely giving a lecture today, like, okay, you have to buy all your weed from the LP, and whatever LP you sign up for. And, well, if you don't meet minimum requirements at the LP, then it's going to be like, fuck you, we're going to pull your prescription, and, oh, you can't be buying it at the dispensaries or any place like that. And it's like, really? It's like, what a bunch of bullshit is that? You go to the dispensary, they fucking charge tax on them, the provincial government's fucking sanctioning it. The fucking cops aren't shutting them down because they know that dispensaries are in a gray area, reasonable access. And the fact you have to buy this fucking weed that you can't fucking try, you can't sample, you can't sniff. It's fucking sprayed with fucking Monsanto's fucking friggin' pesticides, even during the flowering cycle. Who knows what kind of crap you're getting into. But of course, now we had a recent court decision here in Canada, the Allard decision, and that's going to That's going to permit us to grow our own fucking weed now. So what are you going to do then? Okay, you keep us away from the dispensaries? Fuck you. Fuck the LPs. You cannot deny me from growing my own fucking weed if I got an exemption for it for being a medical patient. So, what are you going to do? Doctors say, oh, we don't want to give you a prescription because you're not going to buy it through our LP where we're going to get our fucking kickbacks from. Oh, no, I don't think you need that. Da. Fuck you. What kind of fucking criminal, fucking dishonest fucking activity you have to fucking pull that kind of bullshit? This fucking system is fucking broken. This fucking system is fucking whack. And it's gonna fucking take people like you and me to fucking turn this fucking place upside down and straighten these fuckers out. And it isn't gonna stop. I can't believe how bad these fuckers are. Honestly. And then I was there, I was at the doctor, it's like, well, I said, I have my organigram. Yeah, I bought from the LP. My first order after my prescription, I bought from the LP, fine. And the LP sends you a card, and this is what you're good for certain days. And it's like, are you going to give me a copy of this prescription or notice for use or whatever reason, for cannabis or whatever? Oh, no, we got to hold on to that. You can't have that. Yeah, would totally refuse to give me the prescription, for simpler terms, for my weed to say how long my weed's for. So then what can I do? Now I got to get a hold of the, dispensaries if I want to deal with them and somehow try to prove to them that I'm legitimate for the next 6 months. Or I have to order my weed through Organigram, which I don't have a problem with, but I don't have $70, $80 or $90 or whatever it's going to cost me to get a 10G minimum. I don't have access to that kind of cash. And then what the cops pull me over and I got weed on me. Well, I got this old LP card, Organigram card, that expired here a few days ago. And then what? I know you guys with the LPs, you were promised a lot by fucking Harper, and I understand you're a business person. I'm a business person. We're all business people. Look, man, the provincial coffers of the Liberal government are taking in taxation money from dispensaries that are opening up here. There's already 6. How are you going to stop them? Are you going to stop them that quick? Who are you going to go after? You going after the dispensaries or going after the patients? Right? And if the province is in on getting this tax money, then, you should have a problem with them. I don't care if you have a problem with the provincial government. You were promised everything, right? See you later, guys. Fragrant Cane out. Who is Fragrant Cane?